Hey, what is up, guys? It's your boy Speed here, and today we're going to be looking at one of 33's Doom games. I considered doing this for the website, but I'm like, I want to put this on YouTube. It's something I wanted to look at, and yeah, so quickly I'm just going to go through the draft. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, only because I just, basically I just want to look at when they pick the Doom. Okay, so it's first phase. This is actually an opener I've seen a couple times for Tundra. They are happy to first phase the Doom. They just pick this shit, and they say, we think this hero is broken. And then from there, usually you'll see teams try to counterpick it. And I don't mind the idea of the Chaos Knight as a response. I don't really think Chaos Knight is good against CM. I feel like the Nova's pretty decent against Chaos Knight. I guess he can one-shot her, and I don't know. Even CK, I don't feel like CK is that good against Doom. And the reason why is I feel like Doom has very high armor. Like, Doom used to have an armor problem. Doom nowadays is one of the highest armor heroes in the game, so he really doesn't struggle against Reality Rift. Now, maybe they just felt like the Marcy CK was a good enough lane to deal with it, but no, that's not what ends up happening at all. So either way, yeah. Either way, I don't know. It ends up not playing out well for them because the Doom pops off. For a bit of perspective in this game, 33 goes 12-2 with 10 assists, completely putting his team on his back, right? The Naga goes 3-2, the mid goes 5-6. It's just a beatdown, right? Just an absolute beatdown. So let's see how the game plays out, see how things roll out, and get into some Doom gameplay. Alright, so in this lane, he actually opts for the Wand Free Branches build. I personally like this build the most on Doom because you have a little bit of mana problems eventually, and you have a lot of armor, right, as I was saying, so you don't have... Oh, they actually lane swapped this game. Okay, interesting. I wonder... I guess it's just to dodge the Naga from the Underlord. That must be the primary reason, right? You're just trying to get... Because I don't think, like... I don't really think you're particularly worried about CK Doom. I don't feel like that's that bad. But okay, yeah, they were definitely trying to dodge the Naga Underlord because that matchup's not optimal. It's playable, but it's certainly not optimal. So either way, in lane, like, we see a couple different things from 33. Like, honestly, I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm still trying to figure it out. I can't really tell why sometimes he goes Devour and sometimes he goes for a Scorched Earth. I really don't fully get it. Like, I'm genuinely trying to figure it out, but I don't fully get it. Because in this lane, let's see when he pops it. Let's try to get some... Okay, he'll do this quite a bit, right? So he's okay with pushing in the lane. You'll very consistently see 33 push in the lane and seemingly have no problems with doing that. So as we'll see here, as everyone is sliding across the ground, when he does it, and he'll do this consistently, I've seen him do this multiple times, he'll pull aggro, get the lane back, and when the enemy support walks up to contest the creep, he'll actually pop Scorcher Earth, seemingly to zone them out. Right? Even though it doesn't really fully zone them out, that's seemingly the purpose of casting the spell, as they'll get some good damage on the Stinger here. He extends pretty far. So nothing too crazy. He's checking out the lane, goes for the range creep deny, doesn't end up getting it. Skills Devour level 2, nothing crazy there. Devour gives you 1 armor, so for a bit of perspective on Doom, Devour, it got buffed quite a lot. It gives you 1 armor now. It gives you 50 bonus gold, which is quite a lot, honestly. It's a full, 1.5 CS? Really good, actually, on only a 60-second cooldown. That's a lot, right? That's really a lot. And then from there as well, the Scorched Earth... Wait, did I miss anything? No. Oh, yeah. The last thing, if you die... In the past, if you died as Doom, you would lose the Devour stack. Now you actually keep it. So, like, trading in lane and, like, even having a very close engagement that ends up not going your way, or even just, like, trading out, going 1 for 1 or 2 for 2... is actually fine because you keep the Devour nowadays, so it's way better than it used to be in the past. Now, in this lane in particular, he's laning with the Hoodwink. I think this lane's really, really great because Doom doesn't have a proper range creep secure. He can try to Devour it, but if Devour's on cooldown, which often it will be, you want a hero that can secure the range creep, which is obviously what Hoodwink provides, right? She has 2 ways of doing that, so it's really nice in that regard. On top of that, you can often chase people in the lane, like, quite a bit as this hero. You can definitely, like, chase a lot. And so having the Scorched Earth plus the Hoodwink spells is very, very powerful. But yeah, as I said, it's something I'm still trying to figure out. He constantly does this. It's bizarre, but I've seen it over and over again in his replays. He'll pull aggro, and then when one creep is getting low, he'll pop that shit. He'll pop the Scorched Earth, and then start to shove the lane. Right? Secures the range creep, and it, like, nukes down some of the melee creeps. I think it's sort of a trading thing. I think if you push in the lane a little bit... Oh, is that a kill? No, okay, she had sticks. If you push in the lane a little bit, it makes it harder for them to run at you, right? Because they have less creeps. But that's all I can really come up with. I guess it secures 1 or 2 of the CS, but that's about it. From there, in terms of items, he buys a set of tangos, 2 mangoes in classic 33 fashion. He is one of the players who buys the most regen by far. A lot of players have started to skimp on regen. I think it's shifting away from that again. People are starting to realize that maybe 33 is right, and you should actually buy a ton of regen, because he picks up 1 set of tangos, 2 mangoes, salve, and then into the boots. So go 2 points to Scorched Earth. This is usually when your hero can go a bit crazy because you do a ton of damage. I think the total damage is like, if you keep the full Scorched Earth on them, it's like 380 damage. It's a crazy spell, right? If you man up. So yeah, the Hoodwink's obviously not here, so we'll have to chill. He finds the Harpy Creep, which we, in a previous game, he just owned a Slark with this because he just spammed the hell out of it. I don't think he'll do it. Oh no, he is. They're going to go for the kill. This is what's so crazy, man. This is what's so crazy. It's just crazy. This hero's just crazy. I mean, there's nothing else to say. Like, this hero's just something. It's just the Scorched Earth. He finds the small camp. So, by the way, anytime Tundra's playing with Doom, from what I've seen at the moment, they don't block the small camp. He always eats one of the creeps, and they leave the small camp open. So maybe it's the right play to block, actually intentionally block the small camp against Doom. Because he can only eat small creeps when Devour's level 1. Is something to keep in mind. And if he gets this creep, he buys mana boots. It's really funny. If he gets this creep, he queues up mana boots. I've seen because he doesn't go mana boots every game. I've seen him not go mana boots some games, but he does it if he gets this dumbass creep. That gives you this 50 mana spell that does 140 damage. I mean, that's a crazy nuke. 140 damage for 50 mana is heinous. It's gross. Why? I mean, it really shouldn't be in the game. At least it feels that way when you see him get it on this. But yeah, it just runs him down. Inferno Blade at level 4. Anytime he has kill potential, he'll take this. Most lanes he does take this. It's a great spell. It typically does about 120-ish damage, if I'm not mistaken. Something. It's at least 100. So it's a very, very high damage nuke as they pick up the kill. And that might be a double kill. Stinger's probably dead. They can chase him if they want, and they're going to get the double. And here comes the mana boots, and we'll give them to Saksa as well. So now the mana boots come out onto the Hoodwink. And this is where he's probably going to spam it on CK off cooldown. I think it gives stick charges, which is kind of one of the things that can help you deal with it. I would imagine CK has a stick, but I don't know. Either way, things can kind of get crazy. Like, now they're over the hump. I don't think CK can even remotely threaten us. They're going to go for a kill. Is that just kill from full? It is. Insane. I mean, the execution is not even hard. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. It's literally turn on Scorched Earth when you're, like, pretty close to them. Give yourself some movement speed. Use your nuke, Inferno Blade, nuke again, chase them down, and that's it. And it's really just because he's got a really good CS early on. Right, he lasted really well early on. He got this really crazy creep. And yeah, that's all I can really say. Like, he uses the Scorched Earth early on so he can't get run at. Right, he doesn't want to get double waved, and he uses it to secure a couple of creeps and not get double waved. And he even picks up raindrops. And honestly, this is what I've learned from 33. I had this concept a while ago that you should buy as much regen as you need, as many consumables as you need. Because the thing is, a lot of people will say, oh, but it hurts your net worth. Because it does. If you know, you use the mangoes in your total game net worth, it hurts your net worth. But it kind of doesn't if you can obviously get kills out of it. Of course, it's actually quite the opposite. So just spam out the CK, 105 damage per nuke after magic resist. Yeah, just spam him out completely, hits level 6, gets stunned, the K1 man's up for some reason, and he just kills him. Just straight up kills him. And yeah, I don't know what to say about that. And this is why they first phase Doom. I mean, they like quote-unquote counterpick it, and it wins its lane. And this is going to be like an 8-minute Midas with mana boots, which is just, oh no. Oh no. Oh, K1 is so tilted. That's brutal. I didn't see this game. I didn't watch this game. That's crazy. So in most games I've seen from 33, he tends to max out the Scorched Earth. One game I saw him actually take points in Devour, but almost every single game he maxes Scorched Earth. Here he's going to drag the wave to the large camp, just playing some efficiency using the Inferno Blade on the large creep. Has to be careful. This is where it's very important if you're going to play this hero to communicate to your team like, hey, you know, my shit's on cooldown, my Scorched Earth on cooldown, I gotta chill a little bit, I can't make the play. So we'll drag, oh, cool, right, he's got a little bit of stack here, he'll drag the wave to the large camp, now he'll max out the Devour, he'll clean up the large camp, Scorched Earth just shreds through the camps. As long as you Inferno Blade the large creeps, the camps will die at a very, very quick pace as he finds the pick pull, even TPing bottom here. Wow, that's a big stack, jeez. So TP's bottom, I think he was looking for the snap. The snap's popping off this game, by the way. Whisper must have put on a show in the bottom lane because he is huge on the Snapfire. The problem is the Snapfire is just never going to outcarry the Doom. There's just no world in which that's the case, and that's the problem about playing against this Doom. Like at some point in the game, you're just going to struggle because it's just Doom, you know? And with this Ags, it's like this AoE Doom. Fortunately, it's a good gank from Beast Coast. It's a good play. That's a nice play. Very well executed. Very simple. Just walks up, gets the kill. I guess they didn't see that coming. So really, really nice. That was actually a really good set of sequences for Beast Coast. You know, considering how bad Hector's game was, they're actually still in this game because the Naga's game is apparently nearly just as bad, which is pretty nuts. So yeah, everything considered, an impressive performance from 33 to start out the early game, but nothing too crazy. So he actually picks up a late win lanes after the Ogre Axe for BKB. Guess he just values the movement speed, probably just pretty casual. Even jungling here, so going for a bit of a jungle play. Looks like he's giving Hoodwink to top wave. I don't really know the specific reason. Maybe they wanted Tome on CM. Okay, they're also close to this, what is it called? This Val, which is great this game, right? They have CM, Doom, Tiny, Hoodwink. It's a great game to get an early Val on your team and play around that magic ham. So he's going to stack the camp. This creep is great, by the way. I can see why he buys the mana boots. You can even use it to jungle if you get the Zapper creep from the small camp. So you can even use it to jungle, as he's not going to do that exactly here, but very interesting that he's just jungling. He's straight up just jungling, no problem. Using the Infernal Blade on the large creep, rinse, repeat. It seems like what Tundra views this game as is they're just trying to stall the game, right? The goal of the game is to enable this Naga and this Doom to get online, and then you're chilling. So he's not taking any risk. He's very afraid of the gank squad. You know, Beast Coast has a very aggressive early game team comp, but he will TPN for the kill here. Can they catch? Yeah, they'll find the bushwhack. Oh, they might not get him. It's going to be close. Toss out. Nope, they get him anyway. And yeah, this is something I played one Doom game, which I actually struggle. I played a Doom. I'm going to be spamming the hero. I love the hero. It feels so good. Honestly, I played it one game, even though I lost and I like kind of griefed a bit. I really think the hero feels great. Like, it felt like I'm like, okay, I can see myself playing this hero, and I can see why it owns. It just felt very, even though my game was bad, I'm like, wow, I could have carried. You know, if I really knew what I was doing, even though, literally I was messing up pretty bad, I felt like I could have carried. So if your game's going really well like this, it's pretty standard. Actually, I want to see quickly what he took at level 10. I want to see if he took his Talent or Max Devour. Okay, so he actually maxed Devour and then took Talent at 11, which I personally felt like I did as well in the game that I played. But as I was saying earlier, one more thing quickly, is it's good to TP into these like tower defense plays, because basically the longer you can chase someone, the better, right? Doom isn't just going to insta-kill someone, unless obviously you have burst follow-up. So it's really good to defend towers like this and get a Doom off. I did this in one of my games, and it just feels great because you can chase them all the way down, as we kind of see here. And yeah, in terms of BKB timing, you want to be aiming for about 15-ish minutes in most games. He's going, you know, he obviously went Mana Boots, Raindrops, Windlace. He bought a lot of small items, where if you go like Midas straight into BKB, you can actually get him, even, as I said, you can get it earlier, right? So you're completely chilling if you get like a 14, 15, 16 minute BKB. That's about what you should aim for. From there, fight breaks out mid. So he's looking to skirmish. Nothing going to happen here. Okay, his team goes down. Oh, actually, they're going to run in. Pops the BKB. I don't think they'll get much more out of this. Take it back. They're going to get the Marcy as well. And now he's going to disengage. And usually what 33 does well is he's very willing to just like split the map and farm on this hero. He's like very, very willing. Maybe he's going to die here. Okay, gets to stomp into the big pole. Wow, what a play. Really heads up that would give him what he needs to get away. Let's see what he does next. So BKB on cooldown. Doom is up, but BKB on cooldown actually actively TP's top, even without bots. A very dangerous TP, right? Because you're committing yourself to a side of the map. And Beast Coast does actually run at him. They're going to find him. No BKB, but okay, they don't have the snap hold, so there's no way they're actually going to kill him. Good read from 33 to just clear the wave and back up when they could be shifting over. I think even if he didn't have a ward, he probably would have backed off anyway, just knowing that players at this caliber, if they see you TP to a lane, will likely run at you because they know you can't get out, right? You can't juke into the trees and TP out, right? So they're going to run at you. But okay, he's queuing up the blink next. He's getting it so quickly here. You can see he got his BKB a minute and a half ago, right? He's going to have that blink in like 30 seconds, right, if he kept farming. So fight breaks out top. Okay, nothing happens. Clears the wave. Gets his blink. Anytime he's nearing towards the blink, then he'll shift away from certain creeps and he'll go towards the War Stomp. So basically, once he gets his BKB, he gets the War Stomp. He won't necessarily always carry it early game. We saw for a while he was actually carrying that Zapper creep, especially when Devour's a low level and you have no other choice. But okay, they're going to smoke on the blink timing. Here we go. Even game, right? Even game. 33 walking up the hill. They're looking for the Dawnbreaker bottom. It's not really a great kill, but okay. They find the Underlord. So he's being patient here. He's actually not going in. Looks for this snap. Is this really who you want to doom? He'll doom her. I don't feel like this feels too great, because she already ultied, right? So you're kind of killing someone who already committed their big spell, which feels a little bit crappy, because best case scenario with doom is you kill someone who doesn't have their spells, and wow, it's actually a disaster for Tundra. Okay, they get completely destroyed. I don't really know what happened to the Tiny or the Naga, but they got owned, and it definitely wasn't a great jump from the doom, right? Absolutely not. I mean, that's, as I said, I said it before, I didn't know that fight was going to go bad. I'm just like, this doesn't look so good from my perspective, from my Dota understanding, my years of playing. I'm like, I don't think dooming a Snapfire position 3 after she ultis is great value. You want to doom someone like the CK before the Phantasm, or the Underlord before he gets shit off, you know, something like that. Even the Marcy, if you could doom a support too, if you like, if your team is going on a core and you know you're going to burst the core, right, they're going to die anyway, then just doom, you can doom the support if they're trying to save them or something like that. Like, that's pretty fine too. So next, he's going to go for the Aether Lens. Did he buy the wrong component? No, okay. He has to BKB defensively. So he buys Aether Lens, and I think the reason why, outside of the fact that he's buying Octarine, is it's really good for the cast range. I noticed this, like, because War Stomp you have to be directly on top of people to hit them with the War Stomp. The Blink cast range allows you to conveniently use the War Stomp. It really does play out that way. It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, they get the Dawn and they're going to be able to song out. Nice play. They actually maybe could go back in. I feel like they could. Okay, they get the Portal out. They get the Portal out. Yeah, but as I was saying, it feels great with the War Stomp. So one thing I'd like to note as well is that he actually doesn't go for bots this game. And something about, oh, he actually could look for a kill top here. He's got the Octarine, so throwing out Doom pretty casually is not as bad, right? If you want to like go for a pick off in a side lane, you can feel pretty okay about it. And yeah, there we go. They Doom onto the Underlord. He gets his BKB off, so he's kind of okay, but the Dawnbreaker comes in, and that's the support Dawn, so he just instantly dies. That's a great play from Tundra. They had that deep ward, but yeah, he doesn't go for a boss this game. He actually opts for his Shard. And the Shard on the Doom, what is it exactly? It increases the stun duration. The base stun duration goes up. And what is really nice about that is it allows you to set up for your War Stomp. So Infernal Blade has a lower cast point, or cast time, or cast point, whatever it is. It casts faster than War Stomp. And so you actually want to lead with Infernal Blade into War Stomp. But sometimes it's slow and they can get their BKB off in between the Infernal Blade and the War Stomp if you're not careful. So it kind of enables that to never happen, and allows you to Infernal Blade into War Stomp into Doom. And it's a very convenient combo. On top of that, it looks like it does bonus damage and stuns them for more if their level is a multiple of 3. So it does 150 bonus damage, right? Yeah, they just take 150 bonus damage too, which is honestly really solid. It's a 4-second cooldown ability. You're hitting them for an extra 150. I mean, it's a 3-second cooldown with Octarine, so you're kind of just pumping out damage. And that's the thing I've learned as well about Doom. With the fact that Devourer now gives 7 armor, you don't need a Shivas, right? I mean, he's buying one because he's against the CK, right? So it's like, okay, you know, he's against the CK. You can buy the Shivas for the illusions and so on, but, you know, he doesn't need it. You already have 20 armor. I mean, it's not infinite armor. You're still going to die to physical damage if they have, like, Daedalus or whatever, but the point is that it's something you can play around. It's absolutely something you can play around. You have 20 armor. So you can opt for something like Octarine and just be a low cooldown Infernal Blade. I mean, look at this clip here. This is pretty crazy, right? This is pretty nuts. So he goes in, right? He'll look for the CK, hits him, stuns him for 1.2. Unfortunately, he's not a multiple of 3, otherwise this would be even better, but then follows up with the War Stomp, and then because of the Octarine, the Infernal Blade basically comes back up nearly for a perfect chain stun. If the CK was a multiple of 3, he could probably nearly chain stun him for like, what, 4 or 5 seconds? And the damage is pretty impressive too, right? This is a very, very tanky CK, so it gets some good damage. The CK is going to ulti here. They buy back on the Dawn. Oh, they're actually like giga buybacking. Play the outside, they have to be a little bit careful. But K1's getting low on the CK. He can reinitiate in 2 seconds on the War Stomp. He'll definitely go on the CK. That's the high value target here. He's trying, but he's out of range, so he'll take Gohira instead on the Dawn. Not really who he wants to go on here. Are they going to try this? They could maybe try to bushwhack. I guess CK has nothing left. Oh, the War Stomp missed. That could be the difference here. Nope. Okay, it's not going to matter. They're going to be able to kite him out. Infernal Blade up again if they need it. Oh, the save. But you're going to sacrifice your life for that, which is good. It's a good play from Whisper, but still, you don't feel too great about that, right? It's a net win for Whisper, but yeah, you don't feel too great about that. And it's just, you can see the tempo as well. Like, you don't have to play this hero around Doom. This Infernal Blade ability is 4% of your max HP per second. I mean, that's pretty crazy, right? And it's max HP. It's not current HP, right? So let's say they have, 5,000 HP. It's not like if they have 1,000 HP left, it's not going to do a lot of damage. You might be like, what are you talking about? What spell is like that speed? Well, Enigma's Midnight Pulse is exactly like that. When you're low HP, Midnight Pulse doesn't do any damage, right? It does minimal damage. However, Infernal Blade is not like that, right? It's not like that. And so it just kind of keeps doing a ton of damage, even if they're low HP. So playing around Infernal Blade and even a lower cooldown Scorch Earth is quite good. And if he takes I doubt he'll take the level 25. Surely he's going to take Doom cooldown at... Yeah, there you go. And what is the cooldown? 74 on Doom. Whew! That's so low. 74. I'm kind of surprised he doesn't go for the AoE Doom this game. It's kind of cool, right? Because I guess it's pretty bad against like Marcy. And like it's sort of not good against CK because they can kill you even through the AoE Doom. So it's like not that good, but I could imagine it being pretty good against Snap and Underlord, right? You can cancel Snap ulti just by walking past her, which is kind of funny. But okay, he's gonna miss the creep wave. He's going for a refresher, so I don't particularly know why he's opting for a refresher over Ags. I guess maybe he just feels like the Ags isn't as good. Honestly, I'm not exactly sure what his opinion on that is. It's something if I figure it out, and I'll let you guys know. But, I mean, look at his net worth. 21k net worth. This is why Tundra loves this hero. It just scales so incredibly well. Because, you know, you're dooming people, and then you're doing percentage-based damage. So, it just scales so well. And it's not like it's a bad laner, right? Like, I can see why they really value this hero. It's just like a well-rounded hero. It can initiate, it does a lot of damage, its laning's pretty good, it scales very well. It just doesn't take buildings or objectives, so you kind of need other heroes to do that, which they don't even have really this game. Naga's not that good at it. Neither is Tiny with the build he's probably going, so I think they're just okay with not really taking towers this game and rather just playing this outscale you and become so farmed that it just doesn't matter. Like, the game's 21-23, they're literally losing on kills and they're 11k up because they have Naga Doom, and they're just like probably fine with that, right? And Hoodwink also as a support, I would say scales very, very, very well. So fight breaks out. The main thing you just have to pay attention to is Lincolns. No Lincolns here, no Lincolns, no Lincolns, no Lincolns. So basically, he should just doom the first person he sees at this point. With 2 dooms, I think you basically doom almost anyone to start the fight, as he'll actually take the kill on Stinger here. Does he have BKB? Wow, it is a perfect chain stun. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know it. So if they don't have status resist, you can chain stun. Infernal Blade, right? War Stomp to end. Oh, he did it late. So to be fair, he did a late one there. This guy must not have BKB. Yeah, he doesn't. Oh, but no, it probably is a perfect. Even though he was late on the War Stomp. Wow. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Unbelievable. Wow, that's awesome. This hero, it's better. It's getting better by the second with the Octarine. You need it. Octarine, Shard, and multiple. Just keep in mind he was a multiple of 3, so the stun was longer. The Marcy was level 15, right? So he's gonna find the Doom onto the Underlord. Refresh Blink. That's the Chad play. He's actually considering trying to find the real CK to doom him. He'll just opt for the snap. And this is what I mean. I mean, like, how do you fight into this shit? Like, what do you do? 2 heroes. I mean, if you get jumped, which is like. You don't have a vision hero. I mean, what is Beast Coast going to do? There's just Naga illusions running around. You don't have a vision hero. How do you play? I mean, you can't, right? This Naga illusion is just running up to you. It's like, I guess we're seen, unless we're smoked. I guess they're going to see us first. And then what do? You don't have a BKB piercing disable. Like, you're getting it jumped. Just takes the kill, right? He probably even should have BKB'd earlier, but there's no real instant stun at this point. You can react to any of the stuns. Cookie's not fast. CK stun isn't that fast. So he could have reacted if he needed to. He doesn't have to instant BKB. And yeah, the fight's completely done. I mean, it's not even close. So it's just crazy. I mean, yeah, it's brutal. This Doom hero, at some point of the game, you can't play the game. Like, I don't know how else to put it. You can't. And I think also a big reason why he doesn't go for Ags game is they have no Lincolns. So he doesn't really have to opt for the Ags, right? He can just kind of pick 2 people and Doom them. And look, the cooldown's not even long, man. That's the thing. I mean, first of all, the first Doom's like basically already back up because it's 74, and the refresher is only 120. It's really not even that long. It's 2 minutes. That's not that bad. That's lower than regular Doom cooldown without the Talon and Octarine. So pretty crazy. As maybe let's look to take the fight here. You probably want to Doom the CK. They're probably a little bit unsure on who they want to go on. Will he Doom? Okay, he finds the CK. That's an easy Doom. Yeah, because that's like 80% of their damage. All right, CK gets taken out, and look at this. I mean, you just get like chain stunned. This Infernal Blade, even though it's only 1.2 and he's not a multiple of 3 right now, I can do math, by the way. 19 is not a multiple of 3. The next one would be 21. Just too smart. So, yeah, I mean, you just get stunned by that, and then you get stunned again, then you get stunned again, and it's like, oh, I'm unstunned. And then I get Avatos, then I'm stunned again. And then, yeah, you're just getting destroyed. Do the Infernal Blade stack? Okay, I don't think they do. I don't think Infernal Blade damage stacks, which would be pretty crazy if it did. This hero's, I mean, I don't know, man. I think this hero's broken. I'm biased because, like, Tundra.33 Ti, and they're, like, picking this hero, you know what I mean? So it's, like, easy for me to say and easy for me to have that opinion. Like, it's very easy for me to have that opinion, but, like, still. I don't know, man. Like, I watched this game. It literally beat a hero that was picked to counter it. It beat a hero that was picked to counter it, I think, to pick to counter it, right? Like, I think. Why else would you pick the CK there, right? You must think it's pretty good against Doom and kills him. It didn't look like a counter whatsoever, though. It looked like quite the opposite. But all right, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm going to go back to the... so many guys sent me games to be reviewed. I'm going to go back and watch a couple of those. So probably the next 2 videos for the next 2 days are going to be reviewing your games. I think I'm going to opt for 1 support game at least, and then maybe 1 mid or... I don't know. I'll figure it out. You guys will see the videos. Thanks for all the support. We're almost to 9,000 subscribers, which is pretty crazy. It's really, the channel's growing really fast. The views every day are really, really high. So, yeah, things are going great. Thanks for all your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.